You might know some of my work. I've been designing for clients in Asheville and around Asheville since 2003 when I moved my business here from St. Louis, Missouri. I have clients, small clients, large clients, but I really don't want to talk about design tonight. What I want to talk about is photography, because photography is something that I have always wanted to master. I've always wanted to be taken serious as a photographer. This is a bit about overcoming a personal obstacle through inspiration and finding inspiration in a variety of places. When I first started shooting, it's been almost 20 years. I just didn't have the confidence. Obviously starting out, you're not gonna have the confidence because you don't know the tool that well. But as my prowess for the tool grew, my confidence really wasn't growing. So I would have to say it really was about a year ago where I really started to take on that title photographer and honestly say, yes, I'm a photographer, charging what I'm worth. These next series of images are going to be from the college, which is one of the first places I want to talk about in terms of drawing inspiration. For me, my environment, being able to look for unique scenarios, unique situations unfolding in front of me. The college offers a backdrop that's just absolutely gorgeous. We've got so many vibrant students. The landscape is absolutely beautiful. There's always so many different activities going on. And so for me, I think being in an environment where there's a diversity of events and things happening, that's one place that I draw inspiration from. I became an FAA certified remote pilot. So a year ago, I got my license, and so I fly drones for a living. And that's another place where I draw inspiration is being able to put my drone somewhere where I can't put my DSLR. And these next couple slides you'll see are, that's not a shot that I would have been able to get with a DSLR unless I was like hanging out of a helicopter. And so for me, I think being able to take shots that I wasn't able to take before, that's another place where I've drawn inspiration. That's given me confidence. That's allowed me to actually really get out, into the world and envision things that I couldn't see from the ground, which is great. Design also, or photography also becomes a tool for me, so I can use it in my design pieces. In these next couple of slides, you'll see that, I took this photo because I had the idea that I wanted to do this illustration of the building. And so, as a photographer, I'm empowered to use my camera not just to take a photo that, I'm going to share with the world, but actually use it as a tool in my design work. And also in layouts. I just finished the most recent Owl and Spade, which is our alumni magazine, which I'm super excited about. I shot 90% of the photos in it, which was awesome because I didn't do that a year ago. And this year I was like, I got to do this. This is my thing. Give me the camera. Let me go out and get these shots. I'm inspired by my city. I love Asheville, and I can't tell you how many times I am driving into work and I have to pull off and put my drone in the air because something like this is unfolding. And that's a big part of my life, being in a place where I feel comfortable. I'm also inspired by other cities, by travel. I've traveled for Leaf. Some of you may know me from Leaf. I have been volunteering for Leaf since 2006, most recently serving as their board president. And I traveled to Rwanda, I traveled to Costa Rica, and a lot of really powerful images came out of those trips. And that's kind of where my confidence started to build. I'm inspired by having really awesome clients to work for. This is Banner Elk. This is the Diamond Creek Golf Course in Banner Elk. Hired me to come out and get a series of photos of their gorgeous golf course. And when you get to collaborate with clients that they want high quality work, they're willing to collaborate with you and work with you to help set up shots. You get to basically be a visionary. You get to go around and find the shot and produce it, and that's a lot of fun. This particular client, we went out a couple of times, and I was able to actually fly the drone for the first time over a golf course and get some really epic shots, which were nice. Not in here, but I'm also inspired by just even when I'm working with one client, having a diversity of images to shoot. Sometimes I'm shooting products. Sometimes I'm shooting their environment. Sometimes I'm shooting their just their staff. This particular scenario, this is Roaring Fork in the Smokies. I'm inspired by getting up really early in the morning at the crack ass of dawn and getting out in my waders in the middle of a stream to get this shot because nobody else is going to have that shot. That's another place I draw inspiration from. I'm also inspired by getting up before the crack ass of dawn because this shot happened. I was sitting in the dark on the Tambark Ridge overlook on the parkway with my DSLR waiting for that perfect light to strike. And it takes patience, obviously, but I have tons of it. I love being out in the world. And it's also, for me as a photographer, I find inspiration in being able to, say that, I have to take hard shots sometimes. This was a really difficult moment for this couple, but I was able to give this photograph to them. This wasn't a paid gig. I took that shot because it just happened to be there and everybody was getting help, and so I took a shot and was able to give it to them to remind them that they survived that. And then the biggest place I draw inspiration from is actually my family. This is my wife, my lovely wife Paris, my daughter India, my son Valia, and my identical twin daughters Langley and Veda. That's where I draw the biggest inspiration from. And it's a journey that's continuing to unfold. Thank you.